Psalm 23:1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. This verse compares God to a shepherd, illustrating his role as a protector and provider. Just as a shepherd takes care of his sheep, guiding and protecting them, God ensures that we are looked after and we will not lack what is truly necessary. Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. God reassures his people to not be afraid or discouraged because his presence is always with them. No matter the circumstance, he promises to strengthen and uphold us, giving us no reason to fear. Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Jesus invites those who are tired and overwhelmed to come to him. He offers spiritual, emotional, and physical rest, reminding us that we don't have to carry life's burdens alone. Philippians 4:6-7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. This verse calls us to replace anxiety with prayer. Instead of worrying, we are encouraged to present our needs to God, trusting that his peace will guard our hearts and minds, surpassing all human understanding. John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. Jesus offers his peace to us, which is different from worldly peace. It's a deep, abiding peace that calms our hearts and minds, regardless of the chaos around us. His peace reassures us that he is in control. Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. This verse gives us the confidence that God can use even the hardest situations for our ultimate good. It assures us that God's plans are always purposeful, even when we don't understand them immediately. Psalm 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. God is depicted as a fortress, a place of safety and protection. In moments of trouble, he is not distant, but always present, ready to give strength and shelter when we need it most. 1 Peter 5:7. We are encouraged to hand over all our worries to God because he genuinely cares about our well-being. It is a reminder that we don't have to carry our burdens alone. God is attentive to our needs. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. This verse calls us to fully rely on God rather than our limited understanding. Trusting God means acknowledging that his wisdom and plans are higher than ours, and when we do so, he will guide our paths. Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. In times of deep sorrow and grief, God draws near to comfort those who are hurting. He is not distant but present, offering healing and restoration to those who feel emotionally shattered. Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Placing our hope and trust in God allows us to receive new strength. Even in moments of weariness, God replenishes and sustains us, enabling us to keep going when we would otherwise falter. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. God reassures his people that his plans are always good, filled with hope and purpose. Even when life feels uncertain, we can trust that God's intentions are for our well-being and future. 2 Corinthians 12:9. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. God's grace is enough to sustain us, especially in our moments of weakness. In our struggles, His power is displayed more fully, showing that we can rely on His strength when ours is insufficient. Psalm 121, 1 through 2. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. This verse reminds us to look to God as our source of help. As the creator of all things, He is more than capable of providing the assistance and support we need, no matter the situation. Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in Him. Trusting in God brings a deep sense of joy and peace that only He can provide. Even when circumstances are difficult, God's hope fills our hearts, enabling us to experience contentment and inner calm. Hebrews 13:5. Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. God promises His unwavering presence. He will never abandon us, and this assurance provides us with comfort, knowing that no matter what happens, He is always by our side. Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified, for the Lord your God goes with you. God encourages us to face challenges with courage because He is always with